Alright, sorry about that, folks. I'm going to let this continue on. I don't know what happened, but I tried to get everything restarted, but it kind of just petered out on me, so... Hello, Amin. Okay. Yep. Alright. Yeah. I don't know what happened, but it was like, it just was not working like it should. So we're going to get all this stuff in. I honestly don't know what happened, but it is what it is. Okay. So anyway, so hopefully everybody else comes back in. Let me over to... Alright, so we're on our way here. Let's see if we can... Yeah, we'll turn to the right and make our way towards Hay River there. So we're just kind of cruising here, right where we're at. So... Yeah, that was rather unexpected. I looked over and I saw it was buffering, and so we haven't really missed anything. I paused it so we didn't really get too far ahead of where we were, so... Yes, I did... Nick and Amela can join. Oh, there's Amela. Hello again, Amela. Sorry about that. It's been... Oh, my goodness. You never know when these sorts of things are... Oh, thank you, Nick. Nice to see you again as well. So, yeah. But anyway. I forgot what we were talking about. Oh, the thing with my dad. Yeah, but yeah, he's okay. I'm going to call him later today and see if the folks came out to the house and did all the necessary, estimates and everything like that. Yeah, oh man, I when I looked over, I'm like, wait a minute, why is it saying that the stream is going to end? Because I'm looking at my Twitch and it's saying excellent connection. So I think part of it sometimes is it's not what's happening on my laptop, it's what's happening in the Xbox side. And yeah, I mean, it's happened to you and Pulse Mick pretty frequently. Sometimes it seems where you're doing well in the stream and all of a sudden it just craps out and you're like, usually you guys can get it back on fairly quickly, but for me, I have to on Streamcast, I have to stop the stream on that, and then I have to stop the stream on Twitch, and then I have to label it like something different so that it'll allow me to start again. So that was the difficult part, was trying to get all that done. But anyways, but we're on our way. So yeah, that's what I figured, because I saw it was buffering and it said the stream will end if there's no data. So it was buffering for you guys, and that happens sometimes. Like when I'm watching mixed stream, for instance, if it starts to repeat, like it goes back a minute or two or something, and it's like it goes in this loop, then I'm like, oh crap, something's happened to his stream. So yeah, but we're on our way still. We didn't, like I said, we didn't go too far. I paused it right away so we could get this taken care of and get things back on track here. So so there we are. We're fine. I need the landing taxi lights on right now. So yeah, good stuff. Real nice. But I'm glad everybody's came back, so when you're able to, or if you were able to, it's all good. It's appreciated. At least we didn't have a crash the dashboard at the same time. That would have really set me off. But, yeah, it does. It happens sometimes, and I don't know. Sometimes is it something going on within the system, like the console itself, or is it an internet problem, or there's a bunch of stuff that could be happening. Some of it maybe all at the same time, and it just so. But we're on our way still. So we're going to turn to the right here and head. Continue making our way, because we just kind of basically cut across here. I just wanted to get a little bit, inland a bit again, and try to enjoy some of that scenery. Although we've got clouds here, but that's okay. We got a nice. I guess my magic must have worked, because Daniel hasn't even popped back in. He must have passed out. Anyway, thank you all for coming back. Appreciate it. So yeah, let's see what else. That's pretty much it. Oh, I remember now. Story time. I did say I was going to have story time. It was going to be about. What was it going to be about? It was about something. I was going to tell you a story about. God, what was it? Somebody remind me. In mixed stream last night, he's mentioned something, and I said I'd tell a story about something. Oh, I should have written it down. I should have made a note. I'm drawing a blank now. Oh, it would have been a good story too. What was it about? What was happening in mixed stream the other day? I said, oh, that'd make a perfect story time for our flight today. What was it? Was it Stupid Privates? I think that's what it was. Something about stupid privates, I think, in the military. I want to say that's what it was, but I might be wrong. Does that ring a bell, anything? Nick, does that ring a bell if you're here? I was going to tell a story about the stupid things privates do. I'm trying to remember what the story would have been about. Oh well. Maybe I'll remember it for tomorrow's flight. I know there was something I was going to say, some kind of a story that was going to prove a point or something, and I can't remember what it is now. Not prove a point, but, there was something that was happening, and I can't remember now. Oh well. It'll probably come to me later. Alright, let's see if this thing turns on the track or not. It should. I'll see like it will. No, it's not coming up with that next turn. All right, direct to. This is having all kinds of issues today. Enter. All right. Well, we may not even get our ILS landing here today at the rate this is going. Might just have to land it ourselves. And that's okay. If we have to do that, we have to do that. That's all right. I want to drink me some more Sunny D orange juice. Sometimes it seems when you try to make some adjustments to your IFR flight plan or whatever, it's kind of got a mind of its own for some reason. So things kind of like either delete themselves or I don't know, but that's all right. We're on our way. That's the important part. We'll just keep the flight plan open if we have to go to the next marker, which I think we will. Let's keep that open. We'll just keep navigating that way if we have to. Now it's saying no data again. What? Oh, now it's saying excellent. I don't know. Today it's one of those days it seems like technology is just working against us. It doesn't give me a good feeling for my 11 o'clock appointment this morning. That's all right. We'll get through it. The good thing is we just know we can figure out how to get to our next destination. We'll just keep doing that. We'll start to descend eventually, and I don't think we'll activate the ILS approach today. We're just going to line it up and I'll just put it on the ground without doing all that extra stuff, because I think this flight plan's a bit blown now. So that's okay now. We're going to get there one way or the other. I'm just trying to keep an eye on the stream health, because if it starts to say, no data again, it starts to buffer, then I think we're just gonna have to call it. I'm not gonna keep trying to deal with all that. So now, one of the cool things Captain Arsh has been doing, and he talked a little bit about it last night in his stream, and he's been doing it on Saturdays with another streamer. So basically they're clicking they're okay, and they can play on their PlayStation all day. So Mick is foregoing his internet speed to keep the girls happy. Sounds like. Hats off to you, Mick. Sometimes that's not the easiest solution, but you're making a sacrifice to keep them happy. So, but anyway, him and another Twitch streamer, Allison, they're recreating Amelia Earhart's flight, and so Allison's the pilot, taking the place of Amelia Earhart, and Captain Arish is the navigator. So, so they've been using celestial navigation, which is what Amelia Earhart and her co-pilot had to do, co-pilot navigator. So he was talking a little bit about that last night, and it's a very difficult, thing to try to do when you're flying, because you have only don't know what to tell the kids, really. Yeah, I can understand that. It's not easy. I couldn't imagine trying to bring kids up in the world today. That would just be, I don't know. I'd have a really tough time doing it, because it's, how do you explain a lot of things that's they're not at the age where they can comprehend a lot of things yet, and you're trying to explain it in such a way that they hopefully grasp the situation. But anyway, he's been talking about this, and the difficult part is, so like, if we were using the sun as a reference, right? If we didn't have any of these things, the GPS went out, right? So he's trying to do all this stuff, and he's got only a certain amount of time to be able to shoot the azimuths and everything, so he can kind of get an estimated idea of where he is on, where he's at on the map, basically. What's his location based on everything. So it's a very and the bad part was, I felt kind of bad for him, because I kind of understood the position he was in last night. He was trying to do all this stuff, and then people are asking a ton of questions, and that's just how some people are. They're going to ask, like, how come this and how come that, and why, da. And he's like, look, I'll get to the chat. You got a lot of questions. I appreciate it, but I gotta focus on this, because I only have like 5 minutes left to complete this, and I have to, in order to know where I am, what my location is, because he's made it very clear he doesn't want to use GPS. He doesn't have, even though the other Cessna 172 has a system very similar to this, but it's a smaller bunch of stuff, and it does have autopilot and everything, but he's like, I don't want to use all that. He uses autopilot just to maintain the altitude, basically, but that's about it. So then he just churns on the heading whenever he's like, okay, I got it, and he times it. He's very astute about that he measures the time, and okay, we've gone this far, we're here, we only have this far left, so we need to churn at this direction at this time. And but it's very interesting stuff. Like, it's it's difficult. He said it's kind of difficult at first to grasp, I think, but once you do it enough times, you're like, okay, I do this, this, and this, and then it just becomes second nature. But he said it's far easier when you're flying at night, because you can find 3 different stars, so you have a better positioning, basically, than just using the sun and the angle of the sun and everything to determine, kind of give you a rough estimate where you are. So yeah, I'm going to try to follow along with that next time a little bit more, and then maybe eventually, if I can work through the math, I can try to maybe incorporate some of that stuff. I mean, math's never been my strong suit, but he's basically, he has a way of putting the information in the chart, or a special thing that calculates, and then he has another map open that he draws lines and stuff with, you know, using a cursor and all that. I don't know how he does that part. I apologize for that loud noise in the background. So that's the only thing. I don't know how I would do that because I only have the laptop next to me, so it would be very difficult to do all that and try to do all these things and then also, you know, interact with the chat and anyway, yeah. I'm waiting for my friends to come on. Oh. Sounds like fun, Mr. Addies. Had me some cereal this morning for breakfast. Also, might make something else for breakfast. I don't know. I'm okay for right now. I've got a big old thing of Sunny D here next to me. Tastes delicious. Well, that's the other thing too. You know, like he calculates, you know, like the wind deviation. You know, because if there's a significant wind coming from either side, especially a crosswind, it can knock you off your course. You have to account for that. So yeah, really in-depth stuff, and I'm hoping if I can learn some of that and we can do some of that sort of stuff, because you know everybody's like, well, you know, everybody can just follow a magenta line, which is true, and sometimes that's okay. You know, everybody flies the way that they want to fly, and that's all right. So you know, just like train sim stuff, you know, people drive the trains how they want to drive, and he flies in a way that is actually, it's a lost art, you know, using the celestial navigation. And so he's trying to show some of that stuff, and it is very interesting, but it could be very tedious and time consuming, especially when you're trying to stream and fly and do all that stuff and show people. Then you have people who come in and just start asking a ton of other questions, and it's just like, so yeah. And the other thing too is he fills up with enough fuel that he thinks it'll last for the flight. But you know, if you get lost, or you know, because our airport wasn't really marked on the map necessarily, it wasn't something we could select and land at. He said the problem is that if you turn the wrong way and you're going away from the airport, and then you have to turn around and backtrack, you're wasting fuel, and then you have to worry about the possibility that you are going to run out of gas. So yeah. Which I wonder in the end if that's what happened to Amelia Earhart and her co-pilot. They were on track, and then they missed their turn for whatever reason, and then they turned the wrong way. Or they didn't miss their turn, they turned the wrong way. They were supposed to go right and they went left, or they were supposed to go left and they went right, something like that. And then they didn't realize that they were going the wrong way and then ran out of gas. I think that seems like a very plausible reason why they didn't make it, I think. But there's a lot of conspiracy. Some people thought they had been shot down, or whatever. So I did watch the movie based on her life. It was very interesting, I thought. I don't know how much of it's true and how much of it was dramatized by Hollywood, but interesting story nonetheless. It's gone quiet in the chat. Eddie's talked about he had a cup of tea. That is riveting stuff, Addie's. Truly riveting stuff. I am on the edge of my recliner right now. Over you having a cup of tea. I'm just kidding, of course. Trying to lighten the mood. It seems like there's like a dark cloud right now. I don't know why. But I mean, you know, sometimes that's just the way things are. Trying to lighten the mood a little bit here. Guess I'm not being super successful at it today. That's alright. We all have our own things that are going on in our lives, and sometimes it's hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I can certainly sympathize with that. Alright, let's go down here and activate this next leg. Execute, so that way we're not getting too far off. Oh, that's really weird that it's showing. Like we've been way off track most of this flight. Something didn't take right, but oh well, it is what it is. We're on our way. That's the important part. We're gonna make this work one way or the other. Let's see. I'm gonna ask for 8,000 feet.
Edmonton, Center Guard 2907. Request 8,000
now,
feet.
let me see if I can find.
Guard 2907, descend and maintain 8,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 8,000 feet, Guard 2907.
Alright, what was I looking for? What was I gonna do? Oh, I know what I was going to do. Oh, yeah. I was going to look for not that I need to know it, but I just want to get an idea of what is our altitude for coming into that runway. What is the minimum? 3,500. Okay. Just so I have an idea. Joe Dunn is playing yesterday. Yeah, I saw. I did catch a bit of his stream the other day. I just popped in for a few minutes and watched him. I know he was in he was in the Cessna. He was in the 28, the Grand Caravan, but it's got a somewhat similar cockpit layout. But yeah, he was in the Grand Caravan last night, the other day. I did watch a few minutes of that. I know Callum was with them. He had like 4 or 5 other people in with him, which is fun. It's this thing. Good stuff. But it is a Cessna. It's just the 208B Grand Caravan, which I've flown a few times. It's nice to do, I think, you know, and I know it's a personal preference, but I like being able to fly different stuff. I don't want to just fly the jetliners and that's it, you know, because it's not Microsoft Jet Simulator. It's flight. You know, there's lots of different stuff to fly, different ways to fly. There's a little bit of speed there. throttle now. So anyway, I appreciate everybody coming in today, hanging out, spending some time here with us. Now I think from here we go why does it say 55.5 nautical miles from right, hold on a second. I have a feeling this is pop out here. Just check some things. Okay. Oops. One more time. Oops. Ah, crap. Gonna hit the button first. Alright, so what we want to do, so that's like way too far past, so we're going to go past, but we're going to get to, what's it called, something NAT, can't really read, there's like things that are kind of overlapping one another, so let's go back here. That's it, EBNAT. So we're going to go right to there once we turn at Gorick, and then we'll turn into the runway from there. We won't activate the ILS approach. That's just not going to work today, so that's fine. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask for 4,000 feet. Right now, just so that we're kind of ahead of the curve here.
Edmonton, Center Guard 2907. Request 4,000 feet.
Guard 2907, descend and maintain 4,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 4,000 feet, Guard 2907.
And I'm going to keep an eye on the speed as well. We're starting to want to start so as long as we can find EBNAT, or we'll go to there and then we'll churn right, and we should be kind of lined up for the runway right there. So hopefully everybody's day improves today, if at all possible. Sucks that some of us, or many of us, are facing a lot of uncertainties. I'd say pretty much everybody, a lot of people around the world are facing a lot of uncertainties right now, unfortunately. Yes, Samilla. What can I do for you? What's going on? What's happening? Oh, I remember I had my old radio instruction, a radio production instructor. When I was, I think when I was already an employee on top. I don't remember. No, it was after I graduated, and I think it was it was like the fall of 2019. And what did I have for dinner yesterday? I had salami sandwiches. That's what I made for dinner. I made some salami and cheese sandwiches. I wasn't like super hungry, but I got some salami and it was pretty good. But anyway, so he'd come to. I came into the classroom where he was sitting, and it was well before class. And he said, "Can I talk to you for a minute?" And I said, "Sure." And as I sat down, I said, "So, what is the problem? What can I do to help you solve it?" And he was like, he kind of was not sure how to take that. But sometimes that's just how you have to approach people, because there's something going on that they need help with. And you just have to be ready to hear what it is that they need assistance with sometimes. You have to be willing to offer a solution if possible. Or what can you do to help change the situation? Oh yeah, the creator. Oh boy, that's going to take up a lot. Once I download. Well, that's right. I'm only downloading the base game and Peninsula Corridor for Sunday. That's right. I forgot about that. But I'm going to have to get that update as well too at some point. Yay. Oh, so then basically what it is you can create a scenario that other people can play it? Is that what I understand to be the case then? It's like but is it only based on if everybody's on the same system? Like I have to be on a PlayStation 5 system or PlayStation system in order to play Joe's scenario, I'm guessing. Does it work that way, or is it you can search for a creator, and I guess as long as you have that root and everything, then you can play the scenario. I'm guessing that's how it's supposed to work. Well, something like that, it would be nice if they could make it to be like a cross-platform, but I guess, nice. Oh, so now they have livery. Oh, that's a good thing, finally. All right, I'll be right back, folks. Let me take just a quick break.
Car 2907 contact Edmonton Center on 124.2. Good day.
Going to 124.2 guard 2907. Edmonton Center guard 2907.
What did I miss? What did I miss? You should be able to play it. Oh, okay. Well, as long as you have the route, right? I'm guessing that's the main thing. As long as you have the route that this scenario was created on, then you're good to go. So, like, if Joe created something on Brighton Mainline, I wouldn't be able to lay it on mine because I don't have Brighton Mainline downloaded. I guess I could download it because I own it. But if you don't own it, you'd have to buy it, I guess. All right. Okay. Gotcha. Well, that's all good. We're going to go direct here. And then we will be on the ground shortly. Wrap this thing up. Oh, thanks. Thank you, Joseph. So I think what we'll do, I think we'll set 3200 feet. Okay. I can't request it because it's not, I have to have a whole number. Well, we might as well just go to 3,000 feet. We're set.
Edmonton Center guard 2907. Request 3,000 feet.
Car 2907, descend and maintain 3,000 feet.
Descend and maintain 3,000 feet guard 2907.
We'll just do like a lazy little descent here. We got plenty of time. We don't have to be at 3,000 feet expeditiously and forthwith.
Car 2907, please expedite your descent 3,000 feet.
God. I guess they want us to make it expeditiously and forthwith. Goodness gracious. What are they like? Alright, so basically what's going to happen is we're going to turn... We are pretty far out now. Alright, so we're going to turn onto the track here and make our way towards that marker, and then once we get there we should be able to turn right, basically, and we'll have the runway in sight and all that stuff, so we're getting there. We're almost done. I think this part was going to end up being the longest part of the flight. I do appreciate everybody sticking around today, hanging out, sharing time with us. Nice to see people here, as always. Well, thank you, Joseph. It's lovely to have you here. It's getting all tender in the chat now. Watch out. Calm down, Addies. Don't get too tender now.
42 miles east. Climb and maintain 3,500 feet. Expect ILS runway 32 approach via Tampo transition. Clear to Tampo.
Climb and maintain 3,500 feet. Expect ILS runway 32 approach via Tampo transition. Cleared to Tampo guard 2907.
Where is it? Ah, there we go. Okay, so that is there. Well, that presents an interesting choice, I reckon. I do declare. Why am I going to put... No. Nah, dude. Nah. You let me go to 3,500? No, I'm staying right here. This is it. No more, no less. The line must be drawn here. And no further. So, we could, in theory, but given the way things have happened so far on this flight, a bit suspicious of the of that idea of an ILS approach. Well, this is what we're going to do. Alright, Jesus Christ, dude, you're going to annoy the hell out of me, so here, we're going to go to 8,000 feet just to shut your ass up. Sorry, but I hate when they do this. It's like the most ludicrous thing ever. They tell you can descend, and then they're like, oh, by the way, now you got to go back up here. Sorry. Freaking idiots. I hate the ATC in this game sometimes, I really do. It's the most ludicrous thing ever. Why are you going to tell me I can descend, and then you're going to tell me, oh, no, go up here now. I'm guessing it's, I don't know if it's like a noise abatement thing or something. I really don't know. But it's annoying. Anyway, so what I think we're going to do is we're going to exactly, Joseph. It's just one of the most annoying things about this simulator sometimes is it doesn't, like, even when you try to descend and stay ahead of whatever's getting ready to happen so that you have time to react, it's like the game doesn't like that for some reason. So Even though we've asked for permission, which is the right thing to do, and they gave us permission to do it, they're like, oh, now we're changing our minds. Anyway, so what I think we're going to do is, once we get to this marker, I'm going to activate the approach, because from there, right, from Ebnet, Tampo is the approach, the final approach, which is right there. So you see it right there. So when I get to that marker, I can activate the approach. It should turn us right towards Tampo. Tampo. T-A-N-P-O. Tampo. And then we should be able to fly ILS right on in. I'll have to hit the approach mode and it should be fine. But if not, if it's not going to work, or it doesn't seem like it's going to work, then I will fly it in manually. We'll land either way. We're going to land. So that's the important part. Once we get past all this numptiness with climbing to 8,500 feet, even though it seems rather ludicrous at this point to do that, because now we're going to have to descend again to like 3,000 feet or 3,500 feet or whatever. So, anyways, good times, good times. But I don't want to climb too fast because we're already starting to kind of lose our speed here. So I need to get some speed back up. So actually, I think what we could do, if we go to the procedure, and then it should say activate approach, because we did load it in, so it should be fine. We'll see if it, because that's what we're looking for, is that let's look in here and approach here. It should give us the there it is, right above. Oops. So all I have to do is leave this here, and then once we get to there, I can hit activate, hit enter, and it should activate. So we're covered now. What I can do then is I can come over here, pull up the flight plan. Ooh, it's not exactly, well, I guess that's fine. Split screen, so all right. So I just want to see where we are once we come into range there, and we're at Ebnet. Then we'll do our thing. Now, usually when I'm climbing, it would tell us to go ahead and descend. I'm guessing we got to get a little bit closer to the airport there. Now, you said we were cleared to tempo. Is that the marker there? That's... Which flight? Yeah, by now we should have gotten a call to descend, but it's... I don't know. Probably by the time we get to 8,500, it'll say descend and maintain 3,500. All right, I'm going to take one more quick break, folks. I'll be right back. I'm about to try... Oh! No! No, I am not going in... No, no, no. Nope, I absolutely refuse to. Nope. 8,500 is my limit. I am not going any higher. That has got to be the most ludicrous thing ever. We are getting ready to land. What in the bloody hell is going on with this thing? Honestly, it should be telling us right now to descend and maintain. We've only got so much time left, and we need to get back down like 5,000 feet safely. What's another 500 feet? Screw it. Just the most idiotic thing ever. Just this simulator sometimes just
Climb 9,000 feet.
Yeah. Shut up. Fuck's sakes. This is so annoying. Oh, man. There's no reason for us to be going this high and then have to drop all that altitude. That just doesn't make sense. So now we're talking about dropping 5,500 feet, almost 6,000 feet. And it's like I'm stuck here now. It's not telling me to descend. You know what? We're just going to start descending. I don't care. This doesn't make any sense. This is the most ludicrous thing ever. We need to be at a lower altitude, like pronto. Now I'm going to have to like expedite that because of their numptiness. So, nope. We got to drop a lot of altitude quick. Like the marker that we're supposed to be, we're already within the 10 nautical miles of getting to Ebnet. So we got to be down a lot of altitude by the time we get ready to turn towards Tempo.
Guard 297 for 1,600 feet
No,
below your
screw
assigned
off.
altitude. Climb
I don't
and
care.
maintain 9,000 feet altimeter
Nope.
29.92.
No, that is the most ludicrous
Climb
thing,
and maintain
especially
9,000
where we're
feet
at right
guard
now.
2907.
There's no reason for us to go to 9,000 feet at all. I'm sorry, but no, that just I'm unless there's like I said, a noise abatement thing or whatever, but we're just a single prop plane. We're not loud like a DC-3 or something, or I could see where they want us to, would want a plane like that to stay at 9,000 feet. But so yeah, we got to. Dang. This does not make sense sometimes. I'm just thinking at some point it's going to forget about the 9,000 feet and say descend and maintain 3,500. 3,500 feet, something like that. Or even 3,000.
Guard 297, please expedite your climb 9,000 feet.
Oh. No, we're just going to keep going this way. That's 10 nautical miles. Okay, so we're still not there just yet. At least we will be back to the right altitude.
Car 2907, please expedite your climb 9,000
Still
feet.
telling us. See, I think part of the problem is it thinks that we're going past here, going to there, and then circling back in. Even though we're cleared to Campo for our approach. So, I think what I'm going to do is, how much closer we're within almost in the 7.5 nautical mile range.
Car 2907, please expedite your climb 9,000 feet.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and direct to there right now.
Stall. Stall.
Ooh, what?
Stall. Stall. Stall.
What in the world?
Stall. Stall. Stall.
How am I stalling?
Stall. 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 Stall.
That doesn't make any sense.
Car 2907, please expedite your climb 9,000 feet.
Where is it? Like the nav is off or something? Goodness gracious, it's like it just went all wonky. Alright. So we're going to turn towards that, and then we're going to line up for the runway. Well, I think what it is, when I changed it, Joseph, when I activated the approach, basically, it's like it had a mind of its own, I guess. So we're gonna go there. So we're on our way there, and then so we're turning. We basically turned away from here, and we're going right to there. So that's why it seemed like it went kind of loopy. It's fine. We're getting back on track here in just a moment. All right. We'll be fine. So this has been quite the adventure, eh?
Car 2907, please expedite your climb
See,
9,000 feet.
that's what really troubles me, is that even though we were cleared to here, right? That's what it said, and we're turning towards that here in a minute. I don't understand why it still insists on us going to that flight level, or to that altitude. Matter of fact, I'm going to just go right to 3,000 feet, just to be on the safe side.
Car 2907, please expedite your climb 9,000 feet.
Alright, there's our airport right there. If I can look a little bit, I think I see the runway lights, like the guiding lights, basically, for our landings. So, when we get there, I'm going to activate the approach, and we should just turn right in towards the runway. I'll go ahead and drop some flaps here so we start slowing down just a smidge.
Car 2907, please expedite your climb 9,000 feet.
They're still set on that 9,000 feet. That's just insane. Now, see, I'm half tempted to activate it now, because if we're going to have to... Well, I'm not going to try the ILS approach now, because I have a bad feeling that what's going to happen is we're going to... It'll get us way off course, and we're going to miss the approach. And then we're going to have to come back around anyway. So once we get here, we're just going to turn in and land it.
Climb and maintain 3,500 feet.
Climb and maintain 3,500 feet, guard 2907.
We're just going to go... I don't think we're going to be cleared to land. That's the problem. Now... There's our runway right there. What to do, what to do, what to do, what to do. What to do here? Oops. Oh, I put the flaps up to... down to start slowing down. So we're not quite in line with the runway yet, but we're almost there. I mean, if I turned in now, we'd be set to go, but I need to intersect that line first so that we get the permission to land. Yeah, well, I'm intersecting the line pretty much right now, and it's not letting me. Oh, it's turning now. So it's locked in on the localizer. Because there is a localizer there. Okay. So if I hit the approach mode, I think. Right there. Alright, so we don't have to worry about this. Yeah, I think we're going to end up missing it. Okay. Alright, let's just go ahead and nose over, and we're just going to get it on the ground ourselves. Screw it. I know it's going to yell at me because I'm going to land, and I don't care. This has not gone quite the way I expected it to today, that's for sure. No, we're just going to put it on the ground and be done with it. Ooh. Oops, a daisy. Wow. Boy, I was really having a tough time keeping this thing lined up.
Stall.
Well, there we are. Not quite the flight I was expecting, but we're on the ground. Any moment now we're going to be told that we did not have permission to land. Welcome to Hay River, everybody. Local time is 6:23 in the morning, actually. On behalf of myself and the entire flight crew, including everybody in the chat, we appreciate you flying with us today. We know and understand that you have many options when it comes to your Microsoft Flight Simulator live stream viewing pleasures. We have, oh, wow. We have Typhoon and F-15 patrolling the East Coast over here. Wow. That's just insane. That... Well, it's not
Charlie
even a,
Yankee Hotel Yankee Traffic Guard 2907 is clear of the runway.
it's not a Howard Airport. I was worried about nothing. All right. Let's go find a place. We know and appreciate it was exciting, but we still landed. Yes, absolutely. We know and appreciate the fact that you have many options when it comes to your Microsoft Flight Simulator live stream viewing pleasures, and we're glad that you chose to fly with us today. Do join us tomorrow. We'll be in the Cessna Longitude going from Tucson, Arizona to Jacksonville, Florida. Should be exciting times. Really tough, fun stuff. Do appreciate everybody coming in today, hanging out. What is that? Is that supposed to be a van or something? What is that? That looks like a cardboard cutout. What is that? That just looks sad. Oh, and it's actually driving now. What? What is that? I'm going to pull in right here. Because this person looks like they need something to do. So anyway, that's going to be it for today, folks. I will see you all tomorrow, 6:30 Eastern, 11:30 UK. Hopefully we don't have any of the issues we had today with the crazy stuff happening with the stream and all that sort of stuff. So we'll let everything catch up and we'll wrap this up here. Twitch is a little bit behind, it seems. We'll wait. What I can do... What is that? Why does it seem like I have sunglasses on and... What is that? What? What is that? That looks strange. It looks like a pair of sunglasses, doesn't it? What? Oh my god, it's like they're... That is odd. Let's reset the camera position. Maybe that's... Something happened there with the camera. Okay. Now that's weird because normally our pilot, or we don't never see our co-pilot here next to us. Wow, something changed. And why am I like looking right at my face? That seems rather odd. That seems kind of creepy. Oh, wow. That's kind of weird. Yeah, I think I broke the game, Mick. You might be right. Oh man, that just seems really creepy. Oh my goodness. Let's see if we go outside and actually like go to the showcase and then come back in and see if it gives us a... Nope. Wow. Yeah, I might have broken the game. You might be right, Mick. Well, that's a new one on me. I see a pair of sunglasses here like this. That's just odd. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. Let's go ahead and shut this thing down. Turn off the batteries. And that should end the flight. There we go. There we go. All right, perfect. I'll let everything catch up now while we finish up. So, yeah, that's going to be it for today, folks. I do greatly appreciate everybody coming in and hanging out today. Wow, it's like it finally just caught up, and I saw it disappear from the edge up here. That's odd. Well, whatever. Looks like it's... Yeah, exactly. It's like he's got the pilot glasses on, like, you know, from Top Gun or something. Oh, interesting stuff. Anyway... So that's going to be it for today, folks. I do greatly appreciate everybody coming in, hanging out, and hopefully your day improves wherever you are in the world. If you want to just come and hang out and enjoy, take your mind off some things, you're more than welcome to. Anyway, I will see you all tomorrow. Until then, peace.